Class 11. Today I am going to teach you Chapter 4 Distribution of Oceans and Continents from the book Fundamentals of Physical Geography. Last day I taught you till evidence in support of the continental drift theory. So our next topic is distribution of earthquakes and volcanoes. You can see the big black dots represents hotspot, which basically means that here the magma comes out of the mantle. That's why they are referred to as hotspots. Many such hotspots located in the ocean floor, and there are few on continental mass as well. Now the next you see the tiny black dots. These are places we will find a volcano. Many of them located on the continental mass and few on ocean floor. Then we have these tiny grey dots forming a long line sort of a thing. These are regions of shallow earthquake and they are found on ocean bed. They are also known as mid-oceanic ridges. At last we have the grey shaded regions. They are deep earthquake zone. These are deeper ones and very active earthquake zone, and these are the entire distribution of earthquake and volcanoes we saw with the help of a figure. Next topic, which is the plate tectonics. In the year 1967, Mackenzie, Parker and Morgan independently collected the available ideas and come out with another concept termed plate tectonics. A tectonic plate is a massive, irregularly shaped slab of a solid rock, generally composed of both continental and oceanic lithosphere. Plates move horizontally over the asthenosphere. The lithosphere includes the crust and the top mantle with its thickness range varying between 5 and 100 km in oceanic parts and about 200 km in the continental areas. A plate may be referred to as the continental plate or oceanic plate depending on which of the two occupy a larger portion of the plate. The theory of plate tectonics proposes that the Earth's lithosphere is divided into 7 major plates and some minor plates. 7 major plates are, you can see in the diagram. Number 1, Antarctic plate, then second one, North American plate, third one, South American plate, fourth one, Pacific plate, fifth one, India, Australia, New Zealand plate, sixth one, African plate, and seventh one is Eurasian plate. Eurasian plate is the largest continental plate and the Pacific plate is the largest oceanic plate. And some important minor plates are like Cocos plate, Nazca plate, Arabian plate, Philippine plate, Caroline plate, Fuji plate. Now, types of plate boundaries. There are 3 types of plate boundaries. Number 1 is divergent plate boundaries. The plates pull away from each other. The sides where the plates move away from each other are called spreading sides. Best known example of divergent boundary is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Now, convergent boundaries. One plate sinks under another, that is called a convergent boundary. The location where sinking of a plate occurs is called a subduction zone. There are 3 ways in which convergence can be occur. These are between an oceanic and continental plate, between 2 oceanic plate, or between 2 continental plate. And the last boundary is the transform boundary. The crust is neither produced or not destroyed in this transform boundary. The plates slides horizontally past each other. Okay. Now the last topic of this chapter, which is the movement of the Indian plate. The Indian plate includes Peninsular India and the Australian continental portion. The subduction zone along the Himalayas forms the northern plate boundary in the form of continental convergence. Clear? India was a large island situated off the Australian coast in a vast ocean. The Tethys Sea separated it from the Asian continent till about 225 million years ago. India is supposed to have started her northward journey about 200 million years ago, at the time when Pangaea broke. India collided with Asia about 40 to 50 million years ago, causing rapid uplift of the Himalayas. The positions of India since about 71 million years till the present are shown in the figure. It also shows the position of the Indian subcontinent and the Eurasian plate. About 140 million years before the present, the subcontinent was located as south as 50 degree south latitude. The two major plates were separated by the Tethys Sea, and the Tibetan block was closer to the Asiatic landmass. During the movement of the Indian plate towards the Eurasian plate, a major event that occurred was the outpouring of lava and formation of the Deccan Tracts. This started somewhere around 60 million years ago and continued for long period of time. Note that the subcontinent was still close to the equator from 40 million years ago, and thereafter the event of formation of the Himalayas took place. Scientists believe that the process is still continuing and the height of the Himalayas is rising even to this date. So students, so that's it for this chapter. Next day I will provide you some question and answer regarding this chapter. Thank you.